Hello and welcome to Qatar 365, the show that offers an inside look around Doha and the local area. I'm Miranda Rassi, and in this episode we're getting fit as we speak to some of the most inspirational women in sport. Coming up, we're teeing off with top female golfers, discussing Olympic plans with Lolwa Al Mari, and finding out what it feels like to represent Qatar at the highest sporting levels. More than 700 organisations around the world have made a concerted effort to include women in the game of golf. And Qatar is no different. Scheherazade Ghafour met some of the best players in the country.
Meet golfer Yasmin Ghanem, ready to tee off. She joined the Qatar national team in 2008, hitting far for the country in competitions around the world.
It's very challenging to play with the other people from other countries. To build my character, to feel confidence, to contact people, to know different culture.
Yasmin believes Qatar's nurturing of golfing talent is on an upward slope.
It's like doing a tour for school programs about the golf. Even the universities, I tell my story. So I always push any girls, whatever they have motivation for any sport, like go and try it.
Yasmin's main base, Doha Golf Club, put its flags out back in 1996, making golf as inclusive as possible.
Yeah, we have ladies beginner classes, we have an active ladies section, and we also have ladies PGA professional coach.
The most established course in the city has already got the ball rolling on top tracer technology for players on the driving range. Education City Golf Club opened its greens to the public in 2019, and with 8,000 hours of coaching a year, has made equal inroads with female golfers.
It was one of the pillars of the project to make sure that golf expanded, and expanded not in the traditional sense, but expanded to communities that maybe are not so familiar with golf.
The club's coaches come from all corners of the world, like Rachel Choi, who is helping the juniors in the program to perfect their swings.
It's a pretty equal amount of boys and girls, especially the young ones. I would love to see more teenagers. I think it's all about having fun, especially at that age. I'm always encouraging the kids' moms to come out, form groups with their friends, and yeah, it's been really exciting to see our membership grow, especially with the kids and the women.
And there has definitely been a push to accommodate all.
This area here, you can see we actually have a tall fence around it, and there's a private entrance from the locker room, and it goes right into our one of our studios at the Center of Excellence.
But how successful is a newbie to the course?
You get really frustrated sometimes because you're not seeing any progress. That's like any other sports, it takes like a couple of months. You need around 6 months to get better. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it until now.
Well, I'm definitely sticking to my day job, but professionals like these put hours into their gameplay and are confident they can pass on some skill secrets to people like us with no experience or very little talent.
All right, don't be so hard on yourself, Shez. This is how you do it. It's very simple. You just want to relax, make sure that you make a big rotation, and get into a photo finish. You hit that really good, though.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
It's quite evident that the ace progress being made with golf here is as rewarding as a hole-in-one.
Qatar Women's Sports Committee is dedicated to supporting and developing opportunities for women in sport. Committee President Lolwa Al Mari has a clear vision for the future of sport for women and knows what it takes to make that vision a reality.
Qatar Women's Sports Committee was established in 2000, and it was under the Qatar Olympic Committee 2001. And it has two main roles. One is working with the national federations and the Qatar Olympic Committee to establish Olympic sport teams to participate and represent Qatar. And the other one is to encourage all the community to do sport and to have a sport as a lifestyle. So we do programs all over the year for women in all ages to participate only in sports.
And how do you think you've seen sport and opportunities for women change since you joined the committee?
I joined the committee in 2008, but of course I was involved in sport all my life. Things change a lot. You know, the country is encouraging women to do sport. And after Qatar announcing hosting all those major events, the tennis, athletics, and a lot of events are hosted here in Qatar. So the people here, they are in love with sport.
You mentioned being involved with sport all your life. How did your love for it start?
I was playing judo myself. I was doing judo, but I didn't take it like to a professional level. And then I studied in the University of Qatar. I graduated as a PE teacher. After that, I worked in the organizing committee, the Asian Games organizing committee. It was hosted in Qatar in 2006. I was there for 2 years. And after, when it's finished, I go back to teaching, and then I couldn't. I was in love with sport management and hosting all these events.
What are some of the other things, aside from the World Cup, that you think are happening that people might not necessarily be aware of?
We are all like honored to have the World Cup hosted in this part of the world for the first time. And of course, Qatar is known for hosting a lot of events. We've hosted the Asian Games before, and we will host the 2030 Asian Games. We have the tennis tournament here for a long time, and a lot of many tournaments happening.
What role do you think sport plays in bringing people together and, of course, encouraging participation?
Our first Olympic participation was in 2012. And in many other countries, it was their first as well. In many areas, when we see all athletes from different nationalities, different religion, different color, all of them just together for the love of sport. So, of course, it brings peace for everyone.
Do you have any big major plans coming up, any big achievements or anything that you're really working towards over the next few years?
As I told you, our first Olympic participation in 2012, and then we participated in Rio, no any medals. So, of course, we are working on gaining these medals, and we hope we will get it. This is our dream, and I think it will come true.
From skeet shooting to Olympic rowing and, of course, athletics, women in Qatar are breaking records and competing at the highest levels. And I spoke to some of those sportswomen to find out what it truly takes to rise to the top of the game. 3 women, 3 sports, 3 champions. Mariam Farid is a Qatari track and field star.
I was speaking up and saying, oh, we need to hold the World Championship for the first time in the Middle East. We need more women to see us. We need to have more women to be inspired.
In 2019, she represented Qatar in the women's 400 metres hurdles, held here in Doha for the first time in the Arab region. It's been the start of positive transformation.
As a woman in the sports industry or even in track and field, have changed so much and has inspired, I believe, so many younger generations and people around to see that there are women who compete, there are women who play professionally, there are women who actually just go to the gym and train.
Reem Al-Shashani started skeet shooting when she was just 15 years old. Now in her 20s, she's a World Cup bronze medalist.
I played judo, taekwondo, and then when I came into shooting, I even tried all kind of shooting events. And the last one was skeet shooting, and there I stayed because I felt like this sport is, it represents me well as a personality.
Shooting takes a lot of precision as well as power, and it's definitely not an easy sport to master.
Miranda, come here, I'm gonna teach you some shooting.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be as impressive as that, but I'd like to learn.
Oh. So here you go. Please don't throw away my gun. It's a very precious thing to me. It's not a thing. It is my baby. It is not heavy. All right. Perfect. And then, come on. You shoot. Ready. I want to be in the Olympics, to be qualifying in the Olympics, to get the gold medal.
To be very proud of myself for choosing this sport and to make my family proud, my country.
Tala Abu Jbara loves to be outside on the water. She was the first Qatari woman to compete in rowing at the 2020 Olympics in Japan.
Rowing has probably done better than a lot of other sports in terms of women's equality and opportunities in the sport. At the Olympics, for example, you have just as many women competing as men. The other thing I love about rowing actually is that when you're watching a race come down the course from afar, you can't tell whether it's men or women rowing. We row the same exact distances, the same disciplines, we use the same exact equipment, we even wear the same things, you know? And I think that's something quite beautiful and special about the sport.
Placing highly in the women's singles sculls at the Olympics takes immense talent. But for Tala, it's all about who you surround yourself with.
Find those people who support you and have your back and hold on to them very tightly, because it's a tough journey. There are lots of ups and downs, and these are the people who will be there to pick you up when you fall. If there's anyone out there who happens to be listening to this and they don't feel like they have that person in their lives just yet, you can think of me. I'm here, Tala, in a small corner of the world in Qatar, and I'm here and I'm, rooting for you and hope you can achieve whatever you set your mind to.
Some amazing women there, and they may even have inspired me to try and get a little bit fitter myself. And that's all we've got time for on this episode. But if you have any questions, just reach out via our hashtag Qatar365. Thanks for watching. Do check out Euronews.com for more, and join us again next time on Qatar365.